Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in today's video we are going to talk about Cognizant GenC cutoff for 2025 batch, phase 2 examination results and virtual interview process for GenC, GenCPro and GenC Next roles. Make sure that you watch the video till complete end so that you don't miss on any of the important information. So before we start the video, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel as I regularly post these kinds of helpful preparation material for all of you and hiring updates on my channel. So guys, if any one of you is not aware, I have a complete playlist on Cognizant Prep. In this playlist, you will find actual questions that were asked in GenC assessments and the interviews also. So if you are also preparing for your interviews, you have to prepare from these videos, as these videos or the interview experiences are of candidates who have got selected in the GenC hiring. So without wasting any time, let's get started with today's video and let's see what we are going to talk in today's video. First of all, we are going to see the exam phases overview. Then we are going to talk about virtual interview update. Then the result and timeline for the upcoming phases. And then after that we are going to talk about cutoff expectations for the phase 2. Then role allocation, technical interview insights, and finally the tips for candidates who are going to appear for their interviews. So first thing is, let's understand the recruitment process of GenC. The Cognizant recruitment process for 2025 batch, it consists of communication assessment, then your aptitude and technical assessment, which was online, and then virtual technical interview. Okay, virtual, when I say virtual, it is also online. Okay, now previously interviews were conducted in person. Now all the interviews are happening virtual to be attended from your home. So I will also be sharing some of the tips what you need to follow so that you can prepare for your virtual interviews. Now this is the thing about virtual interview update. First of all is, candidates received email from the Cognizant stating that the interview will now be conducted virtually instead of in person. If you are also shortlisted, then you have to check your superset registered email for updates. And for example, phase 1 students got the interview emails dated on 10th to 21st of May, which means that this is the duration in between their interview can happen anytime. So what they have to do is they have to continuously check their emails regularly so that whenever the email interview link will come, they can attend the interview, right? And phase 2 candidates can expect similar timelines. So that is why phase 2 candidates who have completed their assessment should also start checking your emails regularly. Now let's talk about this result timelines. So phase 1 candidates had their technical examination on 25th of April and their results were declared on 9th of May. Interview emails came from 10th of May and the timeline for interviews given is 14 days. Talking about phase 2 candidates, their communication happened on 5th of May, aptitude happened on 8th of May, and technical assessment happened on 12th and 13th of May, around so. And now this expected results for them will be around 26th of May, which is within 7 to 14 days. Sometimes when it gets delays, it can take around 21 days also, which means 3 weeks also. But usually they give it within 2 weeks. Okay, that is why we have taken the estimation as 7 to 14 days. I hope for phase 2 candidates also now the timelines are clear. If you have any more doubts, guys, you can ask me in the comment section. You will find a lot of like-minded candidates who are in the similar situation as yours. You can interact with them and I will also myself answer your queries in the comment section. Now let's talk about the exam cutoff details. The cutoff depends on the overall performance in all the sections. You have to understand that you don't want to get disheartened that your performance was not good in technical assessment or in any one of the rounds. It does not matter. Your overall performance will be considered. Okay. Now talking about the communication assessment. So assessment based on reading, listening and speaking and grammar. Okay. It will be assessed based on these 4 things. Talking about aptitude assessments, it was total 80 minutes. And there were 2 parts. One was quantitative, where you had 30 minutes to solve 30 questions, and then gamified section where 4 mini games were there and 9 minutes each was given to you. Ideally, if you solve 20 to 25 plus correct in quant and pass multiple levels in games, around 8 to 9 levels, then you are good to have a nice role in GenC like GenCPro or GenC Next. Talking about technical assessments, there were 5 questions, which was varies according to your cluster. If you have selected for Java, Python or C#, whatever, according to your cluster, you have got 2 coding questions, then 2 SQL questions, which was query based, and then HTML, CSS, 1 question. So even if only 3 or 5 questions are solved with good aptitude and communication, candidates were shortlisted. So this is the same expectation this time also. I hope cutoff is now clear. Moving on to role allocation. So guys, role is decided after your interview based on the performance across all the rounds. So you won't get to know if you are selected for GenC, which is in which you get 4 LPA, or GenCPro in which you get 5.4 LPA, or GenC Next where you get 6.75 LPA. until you get your letter of intent, and after you accept your letter of intent, after a few days you will also get your offer letters. Okay, now talking about the interview experiences and focus areas for all the candidates who are going to appear for your interviews in the upcoming time. So many of the recent candidates have mentioned that in their interviews they were asked introduction, details about their project, SQL queries, concepts like abstract versus non-abstract classes, SQL, HTML, CSS, and OOPS were the major focus of their interviews. And to be mentioned, majority of the candidates had their interviews within 15 to 10 minutes. Okay, this was the duration. But if someone has appeared for like a greater role like GenCPro or GenC Next, then in worst cases the interview has even got up to 45 minutes also. So you have to be prepared. Likewise, majority chance is that your interview will last between 15 to 25 minutes, but in some cases it can go beyond that also. Now some of the tips for all of you guys who are going to appear for your interviews and upcoming assessments: keep an eye on your superset email. That is most important, because whatever you update you will get it on your email ID. Please keep check on your spam folder also. Sometimes the email goes to your spam folders. Practice SQL, basic coding questions on Java, C Sharp or Python, whatever was your cluster, and Aptitude. Prepare your resume and be ready to discuss on your projects. Okay, even if you think you didn't perform well in any one of the sections, your overall score matters. So don't get disheartened and don't self-reject yourself. Stay confident. We have previously also seen many candidates whose performance in technical assessment was not very good, but still they got they got the job because their other assessments were good and their interview performance was good. So I hope this is now clear. And mostly in the interviews, aptitude will not be asked, but we have seen sometimes the interviewers ask some of the behavioral or HR based questions. So whenever you answer that kinds of questions, you have to be very confident in your answers so that you don't look nervous and they get impressed with your confidence skills also, because confidence skills also really matters. Guys, I have tried to cover as much as possible in this video. If you have any more doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram, and you can also follow me on Instagram. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss on any of the important updates going forward from my channel. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next time.